feminists are at it again. The radical feminists, to be exact. The trans-exclusionary radical feminists. What I'm trying to say is, the TERFs are having a normal one. I feel like this hair is going to increase the amount of people that come to my channel and leave a comment without watching the video. I like to title my videos the thing that I'm arguing against. So I always get people that jump into my comment section like, "Shut up, feminazi!" And then I see them edit that comment in real time to say something like, "Cool vid, bro." So I feel like I'm just gonna get a lot of "Shut up, SJW!" So that's good. That's a thing that I get to look forward to in my life. That's one thing. So I woke up this morning, unfortunately, and was reminded that my own audience hates me. Because a good audience, an audience that loved the creator, wouldn't constantly bombard them with this shit. I don't know why you guys hate me so much. So today's cursed content is from the sub page, the subreddit, what is it called? I don't know. I think I've been on Reddit once to do an AMA, but yeah, this comes from the subreddit r/gendercritical. Gendercritical is the term TERFs like to use, because as we know, TERF is apparently a slur. They call themselves gendercritical in the same way like racists call themselves race realists, or pedophiles call themselves minor attracted people, or I call myself talented and successful. There's no reason to lie. Why are we lying? I don't want a baby boy. I feel like a monster for saying this, but hoping this might be a place where some people can understand. Lately, I've been feeling like I really want another child, but I'm holding back because I don't know what I'd do if I had a boy. I have a daughter who's brilliant and fierce and the best thing in my world. We try hard to keep her free from all the gendered BS of childhood and let her just be herself. But I've learned it all seeps in, from friends, from school, from TV, etc. I don't know how to raise a boy when I genuinely hate modern men and masculinity. My husband is an exception because he's done such a lot of work on himself. That poor guy. Can we get an F in the chat for that man's balls, please? Do I have too much anger and trauma with the patriarchy to raise and love a healthy boy? The patriarchy. Haven't heard that name in years. You can abort it if it's a boy and then try again. I would. Jesus Christ, that's fucked up. Both pregnancy and abortion are great risks to women and shouldn't be taken lightly. Wanting to abort a child because he's male is super fucked up. You love to see it. You love to see someone with a brain. That is how low the bar is. She is allowed to refuse to create yet another oppressor. I understand that you are extremely male identified and you center them over all. Radical feminists don't do that. Just FYI. Yeah, get back in place, you're not being a good feminist. Just FYI. Stay in line. I have aborted a baby once I found out it was a boy. I'm a staunch and unapologetic radfem. I have never regretted my decision. What I know for sure is that if I had kept it, I would have loved it like I would love a daughter. I personally would never get an abortion. Well, of course I wouldn't. I'm like 30 now. What do I have, like 3 eggs left? But I believe the government has no say in what you do with your body or your life. But abortion is a serious thing, and I don't think it should be treated like a morning after pill or just another contraceptive. And it especially should not be used like this. Like, don't get me wrong, your body, your choice, but really, bitch? Really, bitch? A taboo choice, but considering how casual men are about killing women, both in the womb and out of it, I really can't condemn you. What's good for the gander is good for the goose. So literally, it's okay when we do it. Same, I'm open about it to pretty much everyone though, and I don't care what they think. It's been my experience that almost 100% of boys/men are sexist against women in some way. Almost 100% of them have at some point in their lives mistreated a girl/woman. Every single one of you, 100% of you, are guilty misogynists. I refuse to go through the pain of pregnancy and childbirth, give up my life to raise a kid, then have them turn out like Brock Turner or Brett Kavanaugh, or some incel/MGTOW who complains on Reddit about how all women over 29 are used up hags and he wants to fuck 12-year-olds. Even if the chance is slim. I also refuse to turn into one of those women who fawns over her precious baby boy and throws girls under the bus to protect him when he's a piece of garbage. Best way to avoid that is to simply not have a son. 61 whole ass people liked that post. It's one thing to be in a position where like you can't have a kid, you can't afford one, you're underaged, you were raped, you just don't think it's time yet, you have a career, whatever it is, like yeah, that's your choice. This is straight up eugenics. Oh shit, it has a penis. Yeet. And this is so messed up because like a part of me is like, well, maybe that kid is better off not being born into a family that will resent them for the gender they are. Like maybe the kid ceasing to exist is a better option than being born into a family with people like this. And what's sad is a lot of people in this thread have daughters. So right now, as we speak, there are little girls being taught that men are the enemy. So excited for the future. If I got pregnant and it was a boy, I'd abort that MFer so quick. LOL. My political compass normally? My political compass after this shit. I wouldn't want a little snot rag of a boy. Sorry for the un-PC comment. Okay, Karen. If I ever have a child, I want a daughter. My mother wanted a daughter, and she got me. Wow, what a prize. You know, it's perfectly normal for parents to want a certain gendered child. Like, I would love to have daughters. I grew up with a sister, and I would like that. But if it was a boy, I'm not gonna be like, vacuum this shit out of me, doc. Of course I would love and care for my son. There's a huge difference between like, ooh, I want a girl, ooh, I want a boy, and I want a girl, if I have a boy, delete it. Women turn into raging MRAs when the subject of their precious boy children comes up. They care about men's rights when they have a son? Nuts. Don't feel like a monster for not wanting a baby boy. All around the world, baby girls are abandoned, left in dumpsters, or aborted before they can even be born, just for being girls. You have nothing to feel bad about. Again, it's okay when we do it. I think I'd probably abort a male fetus. It may sound harsh, but that's how I feel. I'm not afraid I wouldn't love a son, because I would. I'd have to love my son, even if he became an antisocial pseudo-MRA. This is like if I was having a daughter, and I was like, oh no, what if she turns out to be a feminist? God forbid she turns into some antisocial feminist that posts online about the wage gap. One can choose the sex of their child nowadays. I'm not sure if it's expensive, you could look into that, although I think it's unethical. You think any of these people in this thread care what's ethical? I just won't have any kids. If I knew I was carrying a male fetus, I'd abort it. Isn't this like literally what they used to do in Sparta? Didn't they used to throw baby girls off cliffs? Like, chill out, Leonidas. I don't want kids anyway, but if I did, I wouldn't want a boy. I couldn't handle it if he grew up to harm women or exploit them by watching porn. They're all scared that their children are going to grow up to be bad people. And they're acting like women also can't grow up to be bad people. Just be a good parent, and the chances of that happening will decrease. Hating and resenting your son, he actually might become a bad person and a misogynist. Just putting it out there. Men who are assholes have been socialized to be that way. You can choose to do differently and raise a son to be a decent and respectful human being. I certainly know fine men that had strong mamas who taught them right. Also, for what it's worth, I was the little girl kicking and fighting on the playground. I also looked at porn as a preteen, although it was before the internet. Children are curious, and the internet is a cesspool. Having a girl doesn't necessarily shield you from that. Oh my god! Is this it? Is this the fabled common sense? Let's see how they responded to this. LOL Namalt. I'm not shocked that the Radfems are using MGTOW terms. Namalt means not all men are like that, and the original is Nawalt, not all women are like that. It's usually used to mock people who say, hey, not all women are gold diggers or terrible people, guys. Some women are nice. So apparently saying not all men are terrible people and not all women are terrible people is bad. 2019, what a year. I had 2 boys and a girl before I became a Radfem. The truth is, society and their peers have a much bigger influence on them once they're older than we do. All we can do is our best. My 13-year-old was punched, kicked, stomped on, and had a cigarette put out on his skin by a female classmate. There were witnesses, and he didn't lay a hand on her, even to get away. When I asked him why, he said it's because I've raised him to respect women and girls, and that he was stronger than her, so he had no right to touch her. He isn't perfect, and I'm under no illusions that he won't grow up to be abusive in some way. He was sexually assaulted by my friend's older brother when he was 4, so I think he understands what it feels like to be weaker and scared of someone bigger and stronger than he is. And he hates what other males do to girls/women. Let me get this straight, this woman's son had the shit beat out of him, had a cigarette put out on his skin, and he didn't do anything to save himself because she's a girl and he's a boy. Women are weak, so when they're stomping on you and putting cigarettes out on your skin, just let them do it. This is why so many men don't leave abusive relationships. They tell themselves, I'm a man and I'm strong, so I can't fight back. I shouldn't tell anybody. I'm a man, I have to take it. Like normally I'd be like, oh, if you have a son, like you'll grow to love him. Like of course you'd love him, but I don't think so. I don't think these people will grow to love their son. In all likelihood, these people have trauma with men that they can't get over. And it's really sad. They see men as these just terrible monsters who are incapable of being good. Except that one woman's husband, he's the exception. Jerry's the exception. Seeing stuff like this honestly sucks because like, we're over here trying to make abortion safe and legal for women. And they're over here like, yeah, just like get rid of that shit if it's a boy, dude. No problem, easy. Doesn't work, try it again. Keep trying until you get a girl. So yeah, that was that. Whatever that was. I just thought it was crazy and of course I needed to talk about it. If I saw it, you have to too. Them's the rules. If you guys want to help out and support the channel, my Patreon link is down there. If you donate $5 or more, you get access to my Discord server. I'm literally just about to hop on there now and do a voice chat with people. Also, if you guys are interested, I have a new side channel called Brainlit, where I talk more about politics and the 2020 election. So check that out too, link down there. Here is my beautiful son. As you can see, I did not abort him. Ollie in HD, wow, what a little fluffy. What a little boy. And I will see you guys next time with a new video about manlets. Bye. Bye.